Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody is having and has had a good day so far. There's some games tomorrow. There's not as many as there was in the last video, but I still found some that I like. Not as many as I thought I would, but still enough to make a video. And as always, if I have any added plays, I will add them in the pinned comment in the video. Usually about an hour, 30 minutes before the game starts. It's just so I can see how lineups are, lines change, stuff like that. But other than that, I'll just get straight into the picks. And the first one is Dominic Szoboszlai to a higher than 1.5 shots playing at home for Liverpool. Going up against Chelsea, he's averaged 1.84 shots per 90 so far in the Prem and 2 in the Champions League. And he's a long shot taker, and that's the main reason why I'm taking him over all the Liverpool players, and I'll explain why. He's taking 6 from inside the box, 5 from outside the box so far in the league, and last season in the league he took 44 from outside and 16 from inside, so over 2/3 of the shots that he took were from outside the box. And so far Chelsea have allowed 15.3 shots away from home on average. And the main reason why I like this pick is he's a long shot taker, and Chelsea are weak at allowing long shots. And if you look at opposition shots that they've taken, how many have been from outside the box, for comparison, teams usually take about 20, maybe 30% of the shots that they take from outside the box, if that. But Forest took 7 out of 16 from outside. Brighton took 7 out of 15. West Ham took 7 out of 15 as outside the box. Bournemouth took 9 out of 19 shots, and Palace took 5 out of 9 from outside the box. So about 50% of opposition over the last couple of games, their shots have been from outside the box, which is good. And that's good for a player like Szoboszlai. That's where he likes to take his shots. It's a high percentage in general. And Liverpool need this win to keep first place, and he's a tank. He plays the full game. He can run back and forth. He played against them at home last season. Went over. He had 3 shots in 69 minutes of the game. Like, I just think 1.5 is good. It's a good line and good value. I could expect a line like this. He was 1, either playing away, or 2, playing against a good defensive team. But Chelsea's a good attacking team. Chelsea's not a good defensive team, and I think Szoboszlai 1.5 is too easy for him. He's gonna take those long shots. I like Szoboszlai to go higher than 1.5 shots. My next prop is Pablo Barrios to go higher than 0.5 shots assisted playing at home for Atletico Madrid, going up against Leganés. He's gone over in 3 out of 5 games. The only unders that he went under in this prop was away from home against Sociedad and Bilbao, 2 good defensive teams. He's gone over in both home games so far, including 1 off the bench. Went over against Girona and Espanyol. And out of the 5 games so far he's played, the 4 that he started, he's played full minutes, all 90 minutes, which is good for us. He's a good dribbler, and he likes to play long balls. He likes to find runs for his teammates and send them, and he's a pretty accurate passer as well. He averaged 0.93, which pretty much almost 1 shots assisted per 90 last season in the league. He's a box-to-box player, so he's running constantly back and forth, back and forth. He's another tank, and we just need 1 shot assisted. And Leganés have allowed 14 shots away from home on average, away in the league. And the opponents in those away games were Osasuna, Valladolid, Betis, Getafe, and Vallecano. So not even good attacking teams in general. So Atletico can take at least those 14, if not more shots in general. And like I said, Barrios has been doing good. He's been a good player, a young player, and I expect full minutes out of him. He plays a lot of long balls, and Leganés don't keep possession of the ball, so there's going to be a lot of opportunities for Atletico and for Barrios to get that opportunity, and I think it's a good matchup. And I like this line. I like Pablo Barrios to go higher than 0.5 shots assisted. And the last prop that I found that I like so far is Marcin Bulka to go higher than 2 saves playing away from home for Nice, going up against Nantes. He's had 2+ in all 7 games that he's played in the league this season, and Nice have allowed 15.5 shots away from home, and so that's not good defensively. I'm not sure why this line is at 2.0. Nantes so far have averaged 4.7 shots on target at home, and they've played twice. In the 2 games that he played against them last season, he had 2+ in both games. Bulka has averaged 4.43 saves per 90 so far, and he saved 81.6% of the shots he's faced, which is really, really good. So he's saving a high percent of his shots. Nice have allowed a lot of shots. He's been doing good at saving them. He's averaged 4, almost 4.5. We need him to get at least 2. And Nantes take a lot of shots, so he's gonna have a lot of opportunities. And I think 2.0 is just like a too low of a mark, especially away from home. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. There's no reason to over-explain it. Even at 2.5, you can take it as well. I like Marcin Bulka to go higher than 2 saves. Quickly before I get into the money line, I want to just let y'all guys know I have all my codes. Player prop wise, I use Underdog and PrizePicks, linked in the description. Moneyline, I use Fliff. It's a mobile app. It's not a mobile web app that you can use. It's mobile only, linked in the description as well. I also have my YouTube membership for those that are interested, for those who want to get the play before everyone else, to avoid potential bumps and plays getting taken away. And it's also a great way to support the channel if you're interested in doing that. Even liking the video, commenting, subscribing, just anything you do. You don't have to spend money to support me. Just commenting helps boost the video out to more people. Just watching the video just helps a lot, and I really appreciate you guys for real. When it comes to the money line, I just did a slip instead of just finding a play because I didn't find too much that I liked. But I made this slip. You can get this pretty good value at plus money right now. And the first one is Fiorentina to win or draw going up against Lecce. This prop has it for Fiorentina in 6 out of 7 games, which just means that they haven't lost. The only loss that they've had so far was against Atalanta, a good attacking team. And Lecce has only won 1 game, which is what happened for this prop to miss. They've only won against a weak Cagliari side. Lecce have scored 3 and conceded 12 in 7 games. So they can't score and they can't defend. So that's the perfect recipe for Fiorentina to at least be able to get a result against them. This prop hit in 1 out of 2 games last season, but this is a better Fiorentina team than last season. A lot of the players are on loan, but either way, they still have a much better team than they did last season. They got De Gea, who was a great pickup in goal. They got Goodmanton, I believe from General, he's been good. Keane has been doing good and he's in form as well. Gosens at left back has provided good experience for them in the back line. They have Colpani, who's been playing on the wing, who's also benefited from his new teammates. And have Dodo on the other flank as well, who's good and aggressive and defensive. And Fiorentina like to play possession. There's not going to be in many opportunities for Lecce to be able to score, and they're not even good at scoring, and they're not good defensively. I like this matchup. I like Fiorentina or draw against Lecce. The next one is the Atletico money line against Getafe. They're just a much better team. They're undefeated so far. It's just whether they do not draw. They have 4 wins and 5 draws, and while they don't play the most exciting ball, they just do what they need to do to get the job done. And Leganés have 1 loss and 4 draws away from home, and the reason why is because they play defensively and they can't score, so they really just rely on not letting the opponent score. And Atletico just need to take advantage of the chance that they get, because they will have plenty of opportunities. They just need to take advantage of them. But they have plenty of players like Sorloth, who's a great finisher. They have Lino, they have Griezmann, they have Alvarez. They have great players. At home so far this season, they have 3 wins and 2 draws, so they've won more than they've drawn. Like I said, it's just whether they take the chances they can, and they can get if they can get a result here, then they have the next game, which is also at home in a couple of days in the Champions League. So it's not like they have to travel much. They can get good rest here. And Atletico Madrid won 16 out of 19 games at home last season, and it's just a good matchup. I like the Atletico money line against Getafe. And then the last one for this parlay is the Man City money line going up against Wolves. Wolves is a horrible team. They've been playing really bad this season, which is not like them. But either way, they've just been in horrible form lately. They've lost 6 out of 7 games. They've conceded 21 goals in those 7 games, so on average 3. And that's a big problem, especially against a team like Manchester City. And City have a chance to go up to first place, depending on how Liverpool play, if they can get this win, so they need to. They've gone over in the last 5 games against each other. City has won 4 of them, and City can't score from anywhere at any time, so it's just going to be too much for Wolves to handle. They have Haaland, and that's really all they need. But other than that, they have Grealish, they have Foden, they have Gundogan, Bernardo Silva. They just have a lot of players at their disposal to be able to attack and easily outscore Wolves. They've won 5 out of 7 games so far in the league. They've drawn 2. They haven't even lost yet, so they're undefeated. The 2 that they didn't win were draws against Arsenal and Newcastle. Much better teams than Wolves. And then after this, I have an easy next game against Slavia Prague. In that game, I expect them to rotate players and experiment. I don't expect them to do it here against Wolves. And Wolves is not an informed team. I don't expect City to hold back here. They're just a much better team. So I like the City money line against Wolves. So like I said, as always, you can mix and match them, add them to your own, or you can just take the slip how I have it. But you get the plus money and like the value you're getting here. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. Money line wise, we had a good day. We had our full slip that hit. We had the Inter Miami money line against New England. They were down 2-0. And they still came back. They had a great game, so that one hit back was great for us. PSG money line against Strasbourg hit as well, and then Leipzig draw against Mainz. They won that game, so that slip, that -105 slip, hit as well. Man U higher than 1.5 goals. They had only hit this prop once in the whole season, and I knew they were gonna play better against Brentford, and they did. Højlund was the deciding factor, like I mentioned too. He came back, and he was the deciding factor, so that slip hit as well. The one that missed was the Arsenal money line. They had a red card pretty early on, and that just really messed them up. So that was just unfortunate. Player prop wise, not even gonna sugarcoat it. It just was not a good day at all. The only ones that hit, I believe, was Dalot and Tim Kleindienst to go higher on shots, but all the other ones, including the added plays, just didn't do good. It was a bad player prop day, a good money line day. Hopefully, I can do better when it comes to player props tomorrow. It could just be that one, obviously, I can't just not take the blame. Just bad reads on my end, but it's also because they're coming back from international break, so I guess they're still just adjusting, which can be a little dangerous. But either way, have no excuse. Gonna do better on that. They got our money lines. Hopefully, I can translate that to player props as well. And these picks, whatever. As always, if I have any added plays, will be in the pinned comment about an hour 30 minutes before the game. I do have the free Discord for those that don't know. If you want to join, add your slips, add your plays, just have questions and stuff like that. It's a good community I'm trying to build over there, and I'm there as well, and I answer when I can. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.